Are you confused by Blender's render engine and don't know how to get an animation that you can actually watch? Then this is a great video for you. Okay, cool. So let's go hop into step one over the computer. Okay, cool. So step number one is obviously you have to have your animation, and to set it up for rendering, all you have to do is go over to this little printer, which is basically where you change the settings for rendering. And then you're going to go down, so you can set your resolution. So I'm going to do 1920 by 1080. Just for the sake of the video, I'll just make it 720p, which is 1280 by 720. And then you can change your aspect, but yeah. And then you have your frames, so you can set your frame start. So that's frame one for me. And then I have frame end, which is obviously the end of the animation. Okay, so I've just set my frame end to 200 because we don't need a whole animation. You're going to set your file location, so go click on this little folder and then go find wherever you want to save it. You can press this little plus button and the folder next to it. So you make a new folder. Someone's going to go search or make it like, I don't know, water sim, because that's what I did. So you can just name it and press accept. And then you can see you can change the file type, so you can change your PNG, JPEG. If you need transparency, make sure you have PNG. Then it's kind of hard to get this to render with PNGs, but get render with transparency. You'll have to use DaVinci Resolve, which if you do want to know how to do that, put a comment down below, and I will do a video on how to render out the image sequences inside of Affinity DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so I'm just going to go JPEGs just to save on space, quality 100%, and yeah. Okay, so I have everything. So just go render animation, wait for the whole thing to go through, and I will see you there. So mine's kind of scuffed, but whatever. Yo, okay, so we have finished the render. So I'm just going to save my file. So there, save it. Probably should have saved it before I rendered, but whatever. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go open a new Blender file. Okay. Go new. So you can press Control N. Go to video editing. Okay. So you pull it into the space. So what you can do over here is you can go Shift A and then go image sequence. So basically, when you take out a ton of render out a bunch of images, it's called an image sequence. And what you can do now is you can go to your water sim folder, and you see there's 200 photos now. So you can see it's going from 200 down. So I'm going to go click on date modified, or you can just do name. So make sure the top in the list, so click on this to see the list, should be 001. And then just go press A to select all of them and press add image strip. Okay. So now you can press space and you can see it's now playing your animation. Now, if you rendered it out at 24, like this, by default, you must make sure it's 24. But if you changed it to a different frame rate, then you need to make sure to change it to that one. So if you render it in 30 FPS or 60 or something custom, like 25 or 50 or something like we use in the UK, then you want to change it inside of Blender and to that FPS, okay? So you can see that's 24. I'm going to set the end resolution, end frame, and then just press play. So you can see it's like okay, it's just a simple water sim and Eevee, doesn't really matter. But yeah, so now to render this out to your desktop, so just go select somewhere on your desktop, just press accept, and then you could name it as well. So just go there, water sim, and then we're going to change this from PNG to FFmpeg video. Now, I'm not sure about having to install FFmpeg and everything, but it works for me, so I'm sorry. If it doesn't work, you probably have to install FFmpeg video. But yeah, so I go to click on container, I change to MPEG 4, and video codec, I change to, you can either leave it at, I think I usually leave it at H.264, okay? And then you can go just render animation. And you'll see, I'll go through this very quickly. And then when you finished, you should have a MP4 video on your desktop or wherever you've chosen in the settings. So you can see there, I'm done. So let me go find it. and then okay, so you can see now I have it in a video on my desktop, and I opened it and I can press play, and you can see it is kind of low quality. I don't know if you can see that, but I've rendered it in 1020p. That's why. Okay, so that is how to render out your animations inside of Blender, and yeah, cheers. Have a good day.